watching CT22 with Eric Parker, sponsored by Hartford Healthcare.
Next week, pro golfers return to the TPC in Cromwell for the Travelers Championship. Joining me with the preview is tournament director Nathan Grube. Thank you for being with us.
My gosh, always a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
So people, this is like that sign of summer. We're there. The golfers are coming to Cromwell.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've had these crazy discussions the last few years about, no fans and limited fans, and you can do this, and you gotta, stand on your right foot while you watch them tee off.
I remember all that, yes.
What is it this year? What can people expect?
What I love is that we're not talking about what you can't do, right? I mean, this is all about now, hey, fans are coming back. Concessions are wide open. Here, the fan zone is back. Like, I mean, no restrictions on crowd sizes. So it's been over 2 years where it's been like, all right, here's what you have to do, here's what you have to do. And now it's like, hey, everybody, remember 2019? Yeah, that's how it's going to feel. So, I mean, ticket sales are going great. The crowds are going to be phenomenal. The players are, they love our crowds. They're always so energetic. But, our volunteers are excited. The anticipation of having a normal year is just, you can feel it everywhere across the board. So it's pretty exciting.
And I know we've talked about it before in this slot after the Open and having to, fly golfers in and things like that.
Yeah.
You're going normal and you're going local the week before. That's got to be a double bonus for you.
Great, I love it. Let's have the Open just 90 minutes up the road for the next 10 years. But to your point, we try to take care of the players no matter where they are when they finish the U.S. Open. We take care of that entire experience. We charter flights, we do a whole bunch of different things, buses. So this year we're actually staging their cars because they get courtesy cars when they play us. We give them to them for free for the week for their families, and we're staging them all up there. So the guys are literally going to finish the U.S. Open. They're going to get in their car and they're going to come see us. So yeah, it's a little bit easier to do that when it's only 90 minutes up the road. So. And
some of what makes this special, and you do have a great field of golfers again, and you always do, is there is that sort of care for the golfers and their families, and I met wiffle ball games in the past and things like that. Tell us a little bit about that, because that's a big part of what you do and what makes Travelers the Travelers.
So I remember Rory said this, McIlroy, when the first time he came here, he said, these fans, everybody's so engaged. He said, it feels like a major when I come here. And I said, yeah, this market, Connecticut, New England, they love this. And the biggest compliment I think I've gotten, I got from a guy, he said, I don't know how you do it, but you make every one of us feel like this is a home game for us. And like that resonates, right? Like, so you're inviting these people into your home for a week, and you want them to feel good about Connecticut, good about our people, our volunteers, our corporate sponsors. And when players say, how do you make it feel like a home game? Like, I'm from Canada, type thing. It's very cool. We try to think through everything, where we place the courtesy cars, what the kids do at daycare, menu selections. We try to make it feel like a home game, and they respond and it resonates with them.
And that has had a big effect. Tell us about some of the players we can come out and see in this year's field.
Oh gosh, I think we're at like 6 or 7 of the top 10 in the world. I didn't look at the rankings this morning, but got the #1 ranked player in the world coming, Scotty Scheffler, who's doing things that are Tiger-esque, right? It's like he wins every other tournament that he enters, and Scotty's a great kid. Justin Thomas, Rory McIlroy. I'm thinking through the list. Xander Schauffele, the gold medal winner when golf came back to the Olympics. So you look at that. I just look at the fans. They're going to have a great time, right? They're coming out. We haven't had full fans in 3 years. And then they can come out and see the best players in the world, coming straight down from the U.S. Open. So it's like all the ingredients. It's going to be a special year.
The one thing that maybe is a little bit of controversy out there in the golf world is some of the players who have either resigned or been suspended by the PGA Tour because they're going with this Saudi-backed other golf event and playing elsewhere. Among them, people who have committed to your event. Dustin Johnson, 2021 winner. Phil Mickelson, who has played and won at the Travelers in the past. These are people that our fans like to see.
Sure.
So what does this mean for the Travelers and for your event?
It's one of those things, guys, every year the guys could play anywhere they want, right? It's like we're never guaranteed a field. You and I have talked about this, that PGA Tour players never have to play anywhere. And so we always kind of had the mentality of we're always building a field every year, and some guys are going to come some year and some guys aren't. And so I would say when all this started to unfold, it's not like our team was taken off the field, right? It's not like, oh, Tom Brady's not going to be able to play for the Patriots anymore. We always have to build our field. So when certain pieces are not available anymore, like it didn't change our mentality. We're still going to go out there and get the best players we can. But Dustin obviously making that decision. He's a past champion. He has a special place, in our heart. You don't know what's going to happen in the future, but like this year, Dustin won't be here. Phil, I didn't know if Phil was going to go to the Champions Tour anyway. I was thrilled we got him last year, at 50, 51. So I'm not sure where he's going to go. But they won't be here this year. Who knows what's going to happen in the future? But again, from our mentality, it's like we have to build this every year anyway, and you're never going to get all the pieces. So it'll be interesting to see how things play out.
Well, I think just generally in golf, I think a lot of golf fans are just interested to see, because there's like we were saying, it's like 3D chess happening right now, and there's going to be some outcome, but nobody really knows quite yet what it is. The course, it looks spectacular over there. There was the big sinkhole on the 13th tee. It's like unbelievable. I was out there 2 weeks ago. What they've done, and the play, it looks great. I mean, you must be excited to just get everybody out there.
So we were joking. We're like, we're going to do base jumping off of this next year. I mean, that was a massive sinkhole, and just looking at the engineering that went into rebuilding that, like, kids, go to school, be an engineer, because if you can learn how to rebuild sides of cliffs, like, that's amazing. But yeah, it's beautiful over there now, and the construction project and what they did, you can't even tell. I mean, like, what it was. So, and there's actually now a view of the river that you couldn't see before. I'm like, oh my gosh, the river's right there. So it actually enhanced the beauty, I think, of the course. But yeah, all that was done, what is it, months ago, actually, it was completed. So it never impacted us with the build, you know, with the playability of the golf course. But it was interesting to see that whole thing kind of develop and then get put back together.
Yeah, if you go every year, walk back there and look at it, because there is a new view of the river you've never seen before.
It's great.
It's crazy. Just a couple seconds left. Tickets still available. People can go on your website and get out there and see it.
Yeah, a handful of our venues are sold out, but general admission tickets are available. And we have actually 4 free venues this year on property. General ticket fans can go into these venues all over the golf course from an experienced climate control venue. So travelerchampionship.com, it's going to be a good time out there.
All right, and I know a lot of people, this is just like a milestone of summer. We go out there, we spend some time in Cromwell, see the golfers, and enjoy a great day.
It's going to be a good time. We'll see you soon.
All right, Nathan Grube, Tournament Director for the Travelers Championship. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me.